Hey everybody, it's ManiaGalex here, and welcome back to more Pikmin 2. In the last episode, we crash-landed in the Valley of Repose after our boss sold our ship without letting us know, replaced it with a rusted-out tin can, and gave us a thing to babysit for the rest of our journey back to this godforsaken planet where we will be for God knows how long. This time, we're going to be going back to the Valley of Repose, but not before showing something a little bit unique about Pikmin 2. And honestly, one of my favorite details. As you can see, this is the Piklopedia. This is kind of an overview of a lot of different enemies and such throughout the game. You don't get an entry for something until you've killed it, so right now we've only got a Pellet Posy and a Dwarf Red Bulborb. So I'm going to go into what this is a little bit. So if you press plus on the Wiimote, you get Olimar's notes. Now, Olimar basically just chronicles about these creatures, things akin to what a biologist would write. So for this one, it's just like scientific name, and then he just classifies it by family and writes down a somewhat short description of what it is. Louie's notes, however, are hilarious. Now, you need to have beaten the game at least once in order to get Louie's notes, but once you've done that, you've got them. And basically what Louie does is write up instructions on how to cook them. For example, for a blissful bisque, mince the entire beast finely and stir in with heavy cream, artichoke hearts, and a pinch of black pepper. Heat slowly until piping hot. Rich and creamy. As you can see, it gives quite a little bit of character. Also, what I just did by accident there that kind of caught me off guard for some reason is if you press A in this menu, you can throw pick carrots at the enemies and kind of see how they attack, plan your strategy out a little bit. There's really no need to do this with Dwarf Red Bulborbs, but the other thing that's also cool is the treasure hoard. Now, what we have here is kind of just a bit more character entry. If you press plus on here, you get Olimar's journal. And I'm gonna just go ahead and read this entry. We've recovered our first treasure. Amazingly, the Pikmin remembered how to salvage it. I can't understand their adorable language, and I don't know what they're thinking. Yet, I'm so happy to see them. When I crashed on this planet, the Pikmin helped me locate my missing ship parts. In my darkest hour, the Pikmin were there for me. Now that I'm returned with them, I know everything will be alright. It will, right? So yeah, it just kind of adds a little bit of lore that I'm a bit of a fan of. But enough of me rambling. We got things to do. Our company's got 10,000 pokos to pay off, and by God, we're gonna get it for them. So we're going to head back to the Valley of Repose. Now, while we're landing down here for the day, I should let you guys know something. I am not the best Pikmin player in the world. Oh. Getting interrupted. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? Oh, I hate you. The Pikmin seem to still be asleep in their onion. What lazy creatures. Jeez, dude. They helped us survive yesterday. Have a little respect. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. I know what to do. Friggin' shit telling me how to do my job. Anyway, what I was saying. I am not the best Pikmin player in the world. So, this might not be the cleanest run of Pikmin 2 that you've ever seen. But I still think that this is going to be fun altogether. So what we're going to do now is focus on getting our red numbers raised up a little bit, because we've got this paper bag from yesterday to worry about that we weren't able to get. And as you can see, there are enemies through there today. We can only really see the dwarf. Well, actually, if I zoom out a little bit. Yeah, you can. You can barely see him, but there is a regular Bulborb over there, which is kind of the, well, Dwarf Red Bulborbs are kind of the, standard small enemies, so I guess you'd call the big ones the standard large enemy? that seems about right to me. And if we come over here, I believe... Wait, are they gonna... They're getting that? Yeah, they're getting that. Okay, cool. Yes! Yes, we have more pellets over here. I oftentimes see playthroughs where people miss these because I guess they don't know that they respawn even though the onion's not there anymore. So they do in fact do that. Wow. Wow, that guy like tumbled over the mound of snow. That was cool. Alright, and I guess you can go help your brother. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go back over to base and whistle our guys, get them on the bag, and we're gonna pluck first, but we're gonna get them onto the bag as soon as we've got them all plucked, and then we will move ahead for them. I might cut here just because I don't have a ton to talk about. This day is going to get a lot more exciting in a second, or this episode is going to get a lot more exciting in a second. I guess. Sorry. Also, this is a much longer game than the first Pikmin game, which I don't think anyone really needed to be told. This is quite... I guess this is quite an old game. I think that the Pikmin 2 originally came out in, what, 2004 or something? So, yeah. But anyway, so I might cut here, I might not. If I can find something to ramble on about. Oh, actually I can. So in this game, obviously we're looking for treasure. There's no ship parts to find. Our ship is not damaged, even though it sort of seems brain damaged sometimes. And the other thing about this is there's no time limit in this game. You have an infinite number of days to complete your debt-forgiving quest, I suppose. The only thing that's really going to happen is that there's going to be some things later in the game that get kind of repetitive and a bit boring, but even still, like, there's always having unlimited time is definitely good. As if I really need to explain that to you. So, yep, as you can see over there, Bulborb. And as you can see over there, treasure. And as we can see right here, you are going to die! Ooh, you dropped a pellet, too. Okay, I'm just gonna get all the numbers raised up that I can. We're gonna want to have a lot of Pikmin today because we're actually gonna come out today with... Well, we're gonna come out today with more Pikmin than we had, but, you'll see, you'll see. Okay. I always had terrible luck with fighting Bulborbs as a kid, to the point where I am still afraid of them as an adult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush at your bum! Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. No, 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 no. Oh, God. Oh, man. I thought that was going to go south very quickly. But luckily, he did not kill any. Hey, no deaths in the project yet. Let's see how long we can keep that up. Probably not very long. I don't have the most decent track record with this game, but I hope that I'll at least be able to be at least somewhat competent. But we're gonna want all the dudes we can have. On that, we need 35 of them. Don't have enough quite yet. That's all right. We're waiting on these guys to. Man, they're taking back that Bulborb corpse pretty slow. Oh, and there's a 5 pellet up there. I just now noticed the 5 pellet up there. Oh, God, what's the matter with me? So, we're going to come out of this day with a lot more Pikmin. But, we are actually yet to see what the main point of today really, truthfully, is. I'm sorry I keep stumbling over my words a lot. I don't mean to. It's just something that happens, and it's... Come on. Okay, yeah, this is the thing. Early on, Pikmin are pretty slow, and early on, even the captains are a little bit slow. We are going to be getting things later that are going to be remedying these. No spoilers or anything like that, obviously, but just so you know, the game is a little slow to start, but other than that, it's pretty alright. Pretty alright. This is my favorite Pikmin game. It's a bit more than pretty alright, but you get what I'm saying. Also, okay, there is another thing that I wanted to talk about. It's not related to the game at all, but I think that it bears, like, at least addressing. I have noticed, for some reason, that, in recording, I noticed that the game audio is lower. Like, it's like a half step deeper in frequency than anything else is. And I don't know, I find that really weird. And 70 reds already. Wow. Wow, I mean, I knew that. Louie, you have been slacking this whole time at base. You weren't even helping me pluck Pikmin. Got so focused on commentating, I forgot to yell at Louie. Also, just so we're clear, Louie is kind of a character that I really, really love to hate. It's just so easy. It's so easy to make fun of Louie. But anyway, also it bears to say, just like, fairly obvious, but these guys are only going to get better. So, like I was saying earlier, game's a little slow to start, but the pace picks up pretty quick, and if you can, like, really get a good rhythm going. Yeah, so we're waiting for them to get that back, and we're waiting for them to break down that wall, so I think I'll probably just cut ahead to whichever happens first. Alright, we got the utter scrap here. Yep, called it, I knew it. And how is a literal rusted out tin can worth 170 pokos? Somebody explain that to me, please. I don't get it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, I probably didn't even really need that cut, to be honest. That was pretty fast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call all our dudes over and wait for them to catch up with us because they're frickin' slow, and we're going to come over here and not make quick work of this gate because we didn't even get a chance to get the rest of them onto it. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? It was like... It's not even your size. Come on, man. Massive wall, really? Okay. When massed, their might is ferocious. It's a good word, ferocious. Louie, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Oh god, more tutorial stuff. Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. You know what? No. I am not allow you to explain because I am not allow you to explain. No, I am not giving you the satisfaction of being a wise ass and telling me how to do my job. So you know what? You, sir, can stuff it. Because I don't need your negativity right now. And up ahead, we have a hole in the ground. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. Calling it what it is. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Well, when you see just a random big-ass hole in the ground, I feel like that's something that you can be a little uneasy about. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. Research pod? Never gotten that line of text before. At least I don't think I have. Right? I've never cared enough to read it. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. Yeah, that's a good idea. Found a... This couldn't be some kind of ferocious creature's nest or anything. Yeah, let's just jump in. Cool. Whee! Hope we don't die. Okay, we're not gonna... This is awesome. So, sub-level 1 of the Emergence Cave. This is the first dungeon of the game, if you guys couldn't tell up to this point. So... Dungeons are unique to Pikmin 2. Thank you, ship. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than that of the surface. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promises of treasure is tantalizing. You don't know what tantalizing is. You're a robot. If you wish to check underground terrain, press plus to communicate with me. I am not just a ship. I am an all-purpose support pod. You're a nuisance is what you are. Wow, I'm just roasting the ship today. Anyway, so dungeons are unique to Pikmin 2. They are not found anywhere else in the Pikmin series. But, and there's a few things that are unique about dungeons. One thing that is unique about dungeons is, look at the top of the screen. That day meter is no longer there. Time stands still while we're in the dungeon. So basically, we're just safe. We can take all the time that we need down here, and this is also why I'm going to be dividing this series up into episodes rather than into days. So, yeah. Dungeons always have treasure in them. They most times have a boss fight at the end. These are kind of like your quote-unquote levels, so to speak. And we have a new enemy in here, which is basically, it's not basically just a reskin, it is just a reskin. These are dwarf snow bulborbs, or dwarf snowy bulborbs or something. They work just about the same. Throw a Pikmin directly on top of them, kill them instantly. And yeah, that'll be that. So I'm going to take out the rest of these guys and try to not lose any Pikmin in the process, and I think that's actually going to do it for this video. So anyway, next time on Pikmin 2, we will be exploring the rest of the Emergence Cave and seeing what treasures lie ahead. See you guys then.